Hey friends, let's take a look and see how we can create a quick cartoon low poly flower here in ZBrush. To get started, I'm going to jump into Tool, go to Initialize, and so let's switch this to something like 4x4x4. Click on Q Sphere, and this could be the beginning of the flower. Another thing I am going to do is I'm going to jump into Deformation and click on Unify to make this a little bit larger to make sure that this flower is going to be proper proportions. Let's say this will be the center of the flower. Let's add some petals. To do that, I'm going to go to Subtools. I'm going to duplicate this Q Sphere, go back to Initialize, and for the petals, let's use something like the Q Cylinder, for example, and I'll just do 4x1x4, click on Q Cylinder on Y, grab my move, and let me make this a little bit larger. And this is going to be a perfect starting point for something like a low poly petal. I'm going to go ahead and move it into position, go to the top, let me jump out of the perspective view, and let me literally just shape this into something that maybe looks a little bit closer to a petal. I'd love to bend it. To bend it, I'm going to come here, let me go to Move, click on the gear icon, go to Bend Curve. All right, I'm going to get 3 points. You can, of course, control the 3 points with this orange cone, but essentially what I want to do is I want to start moving it into something that actually makes sense as far as the petals go. Let's say I like this right here. I think that's pretty cool. If I like it, I'm going to go to the gear icon, say accept, grab my move brush, make it a little bit larger. And one thing I could do is just maybe shape this a little more. So I have this nice indentation inside, and of course I have the bend. Really cool. Let's make more of these. I'm going to go to the top, grab my move. I'm going to unlock my pivot and just simply put it in the center right here. Lock this back up. And now to make more of them, I can of course mirror it and then do mirror and weld. I can go to my subtools, click duplicate, and just literally rotate this here. Holding down the shift key, it will snap precisely to 90 degrees, which is nice. I can go back to my subtools. Let me do merge down, duplicate this again, hold down the shift key, and now rotate this 45 degrees. All right, I'm going to take all of these petals that I just rotated and I'm going to bring them down so they don't interfere with the other ones. All right, now I have something like this. I'm going to take all the petals, put them on one layer. All right, now we need a stem. Let's duplicate this layer, go back to Initialize. I'm going to do 4x4x4 Q Cylinder on Y. Let me literally just move this down and make it a lot longer. I'm also going to make it a little bit thicker, and I would love to add a little bit of a cartoon effect to it. So I'm going to go to the settings. Let me do a taper and just literally taper the bottom of it. I'm going to go to the gear icon, say accept. Let's add the leaves the same way as we did the petals. I'm going to go to the subtool, duplicate the stem, go to Initialize. I'll do 4x1x4 Q Cylinder on Y. Let's move it into a better position, change our pivot, make it a little bit larger, and now we just turn this into a leaf. To do that, I'm going to go to the top view. Let me solo this, put it into a better position, grab my move. Of course, I can press X to activate my active symmetry on Z. And to turn this into a leaf, I'm just going to make it a little more pointy here, maybe widen this here. I can also, of course, go to the front. I'm going to turn off my symmetry. Let me mask all of these here, grab my move, and literally just fold in the other side. I'm going to control and drag to get rid of the mask. Let me go ahead and straighten this out. Now I have a leaf that looks like this. Really nice. Before we bend it, let's jump out of the solo, go into the gear icon, go to bend curve, and just like we did with the petals, let's just create a little bit of a bend, flip it to the other side, and do a mirror and weld, and now I have 2. As a final touch, we can add a little bit more detail to the top of the flower. And take a look, here we are, a low poly flower that looks amazing, and it's ready to be UV'd and textured, and it's only 1700 polys.